Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Faith. Today's video is super fun and I'm so excited. Today we are going to be reviewing my past eras of life. Like my style, my hair, my vibe throughout the years. It took to get me where I am today. Clearly the ultimate vibe. Just kidding, I will definitely be changing throughout my entire life, but I was looking through my Facebook a few days ago and I was just kind of laughing at myself how much my hair changes all the time and my style, and I just thought this would be a silly video to do. I don't know if this is interesting to anybody else other than myself, but either way, I hope you guys enjoyed this little walk down memory lane. And I feel like I try to get personal in on this channel, but I feel like talking about clothes, I don't really ever get the chance to like be personal with you guys, and I feel like this is my opportunity to, because there are a lot of stories behind these haircuts and I cannot wait to share with you guys. If you guys entered my giveaway in my last video and commented like your Instagram to like enter and your comment didn't show up, please DM me on Instagram. For some reason, my YouTube comments aren't showing up on that video. So I know a lot of you guys did enter, but I didn't get everybody's comment. Go back to that video and you entered and you don't see your comment there, please message me on Instagram just saying like, hi, this is my entry into your giveaway. I'm like writing all of the entries down on my iPad and I'm gonna like somehow pick it from that, whether there's like a website or I literally have to write down all of them and like pick it out of a hat. We will get this giveaway, but please, if you guys did enter or you want to enter, comment on the video and make sure the comment is showing up, or just message me on Instagram and I will write your name down. We are gonna start with me freshman year of high school. I feel like that version of myself, that era of life, I miss her. High school, in my freshman year, I entered high school, I was a cheerleader. I had long hair, I loved to cheer. I thought I was gonna go to Syracuse and be a cheerleader there. Like, that was my dream. On the JV cheerleading team, that was my life. My hair was super long. I was very beautiful. I miss that era so much. I never dyed my hair. Like, that was like the rawest, purest my hair has ever been. Innocent little person ever, and I miss her so much. It was like my freshman year era. That's where we're gonna start. She was so cute. And we enter our toxic relationship with bangs. So during freshman year, I started dating someone and it was very brief, but I'm a Pisces Venus, so when we broke up, it was earth-shattering. It was earth-shattering. That is the start of our next era. We have Miss Art Ho phase. So this phase started after me and my first boyfriend broke up. After dating for a month, it was devastating. So I wanted to, you know, change. I wanted to get my breakup haircut. So I got bangs for the first time. And this was a phase. This was like a really strange time in my life. This was like the end of freshman year, summer, sophomore year. So this is that era. The Art Ho era is that. So we got bangs and we started dressing very artsy. I think I was influenced a lot by my ex-boyfriend. The transition from like my old style, my freshman cheerleader style, to like my Art Ho style. A lot of people actually called me like a tryhard. I don't remember like what they would say, but like I definitely did get some criticism about like the change that I made. And if I'm being completely honest, like parts of them were right. I definitely was being a little bit of a tryhard. But this time in my life was like monumental to who I became in life. I think sophomore year was like crazy because I really did start exploring with my style. I was sporting the bangs, the like very Tumblr artsy style. And yeah, I don't really know how to describe this, but the bangs and the circle glasses, like that is the phase I was in. She's cringy. To me, my review of this phase was she's cringy, she's giving try hard cringy, but I do still love her because when I see pictures of myself like this, I see someone that was very confused with who they were and like their self-worth, self-esteem, like identity, and they were just really trying to like discover themselves and like, I don't know, this was just like my annoying era, my like try hard, annoying, shut up era. I was just really lost and I was obnoxious and I don't know, but fashion wise, I don't think it's that bad. I mean, I definitely think for the time I was very expressive, giving art hoe, I was giving, you know, Tumblr. I don't think I would be who I am today without that phase, so I'm grateful for her. But she was cringy. It was a cringy time in my life, and it was me and that boyfriend that I first dated. We got back together in sophomore year. And we dated for a really long time. Or not a really long time. I guess a really long time in like teenage years. In that period, I was very like, the way I dressed was very like to please a man. I would always just like wear something that like showed off my body or accentuated my body or whatever. Like I feel like a thought in my head was always like, oh, how does my butt look or whatever like that, or how does my boobs look and stuff like that, because I was really insecure in my relationships, so I always wanted to dress to appease a man, which was a phase that is a 0 out of 10 for me. But that was kind of like my vibe in junior year. I kind of didn't have a style. I don't think I had a style at all. Looking back at photos, I literally did not have a style. And I was just really consumed in my relationships, so that was like kind of a boo tomatoes era of my life. But then I became a senior, and my hair at this point, after I cut my bangs in sophomore year, I had bangs from like sophomore year, kind of junior year, and then they were growing out. And then my senior year, I had super long hair, and my style then, also I don't really think I had a style. I wore a lot of Brandy, I wore a lot of PacSun, like I kind of just like, I liked earthy tones a lot back then. I just started like using Depop a little bit in my senior year, so I kind of, you know, had that like still like Tumblr-esque style. I was cute. Senior year, me and my boyfriend at the time broke up. Once again, the earth shattered and I was devastated. When you get older, you realize like when you go through breakups, like during that period where you're single is like the best time in your fucking life, and you don't realize that until like you've healed from it. But senior year was like so fucking fun. I cut my hair senior year. I cut it in like the fall, winter of senior year, and I cut it to my shoulders. And then my style, I kind of got back into fashion, kind of. Not that I wasn't into fashion, but back then, I think my life was my relationship, so I wasn't really focused on that. So when me and my high school boyfriend broke up, I got back into fashion, and like, I was giving Urban Outfitters. Like, senior year was like the Urban Outfitters year. I loved Urban Outfitters. I always like bought stuff from there, but also I started getting into Depop. So I was kind of wearing Urban Outfitters, Brandy, Depop a little bit. Cute little single high school girl era, adorable. And then I met a new guy in like January of my senior year. I dyed my hair like the strips pink. Like, that was definitely a cute little era of mine. I fell in love again and I was like so excited and I felt super cool. These pictures are like so, they're like embarrassing to me now, but during the time, I was so confident. During the time period, I mean, now I would never wear or, you know, style my hair the way I used to do it, but during that time, I was so confident in myself, and I just feel like I look like a baby. Then I cut my bangs again. So, I cut my bangs again. This was like middle of senior year. So it was probably the like spring of senior year. It was like more towards the end. I cut my bangs again. I got circle glasses again. Bringing back my art hoe era back then. I was dating like a skater. I guess to preface, my first boyfriend was a musician. My second boyfriend was a skater. So I feel like I felt like I had to live up to like a standard where like I looked the part to date these men. And that's really fucking embarrassing to admit, but I'm just being honest. These were giving a little bit of a try hard as well, because I think I was just trying to like look the part, I guess, or like look good enough to be with the boyfriend I was with, which is so fucking stupid because whatever. But no, I feel like I go through these phases with bangs where like I hate the way that they look on me. Like I'm looking at these photos and I absolutely hate the like straight bangs on me, but I go back to them every single year and it's just like really toxic. But by graduation and by prom, like grew out a little and I was looking so cute. Like I'm looking at these photos and my hair is just, it kind of looks like how my hair is now, where my bangs have grown out and my hair is like kind of shoulder length. At this point I started getting into unif time, and like this summer was like really fun, great time for in my life. Like I feel like in general I was in a relationship where at that point I was really happy. I was vibing with my friends. So started community college, which the first year of my community college experience was so fun. Like this era of my life, I don't know how to describe it, but this was just fun and happy. And this era, my hair grew a lot longer, and this was like fall winter of 2019, where my style started getting a lot more expressive. I feel like I kind of established my style at that point. I was heavily influenced by like Unif, Internet Girl, like that time period in my life. But I was wearing a lot of prints and colors and just like, I don't know, I just like looked so cute, and I was really happy during this time in my life as well. And something really, I don't want to say traumatic happened, but something that really like shook my life up happened. And whenever something like that happens, whether it's a breakup or just in general, I cut my hair. And that is just something that I do. I guess it's like partially like a physical representation of like a fresh start, or like I just want to change up my look because I don't want to be reminded of that time in my life. But I cut my hair to my shoulders, and it was really, really long. So I cut my hair to my shoulders, and this, I was slaying. I looked so cute. Like these photos are so cute. This was, I don't know if this is the peak of it, but this was definitely one of the peaks of my Unif era. And also like when I've always been into thrifting, but I was really, really into it at this point. And my hair like January 2nd, 3rd of 2020 until COVID hit. So like that era of life was super fun. Also, when I started my YouTube channel, or this YouTube channel, then I think it was April. So March, whenever the pandemic hit, something in my life, personal life also really shitty happened to me. So then I cut my hair even shorter. I mean, it was already pretty short, but then I cut it even shorter. And I bought this like shitty box bleach dye, not even like from Sally's or anything, from literally like CVS, and I bleached my hair, dyed it, and it looked horrible. This era of life was, she's giving very desperate. Like I basically got cheated on, so it like hurt my self-esteem and made me a very insecure person. So my way of dealing with it was I felt like I had to change. So I did that with my hair, even though it looked like shit. And I also like, I don't know, I feel like these pictures slayed, but I feel like I posted things because I wanted to be validated and I wanted to feel good about myself. But this era of my life was really sad, not only because we were going through a literal pandemic, but also because I felt really shitty about myself, and it was very isolating. In the summer of 2019, I completely bleached my hair, so I went to Sally's and I like bought bleach and stuff like that, so I bleached it. And honestly, it looks bad, like it's very orange, but for some reason I like love the way it looks on me as well. Like photos, I am like very tempted to bleach my hair, which I am not going to do, but I think it looks really good because it's summer very colorful style back then. And then I dyed my hair black again in the middle of the summer, and my hair was getting longer and my bangs were growing out really long. I loved my look back then, so that was like end of summer, the fall era, and I just like was cute. I was still in that relationship that was like became very toxic, so I feel like I did still kind of dress to like appease the male gaze, I guess. Embarrassing to admit, but I think that's how it was. And back then I think I looked so cute, but I wasn't happy, you know what I mean? Like, I looked cute, but this is not a happy girl. This is not a happy girl. I know she wasn't happy. She was slaying regardless. In November of 2019, 2020. In November of 2020, I cut my bangs again. So we got bangs once again. And it was literally because me and my boyfriend at the time were fighting, or he was away or something, and I felt really insecure, so I needed a quick change. And so I did cut my bangs myself. It looked good, I guess. I think I look good with bangs, but they are just a pain to grow out. Like, seriously, so fucking annoying. I was chilling with the bangs for a while. Like, I was wearing a lot of Hysteric Glamour and like Angel Blue, Unif still kind of. Also very unhappy in this era of my life, but I was like doing my YouTube, so that was kind of saving me and like putting my head above the water. But yeah, the bangs, of course, always just like a classic look for me. There's probably a 50-50 chance that when you see me, I will have bangs, but this was just a time when I did. But I did like this bang era because my hair was longer. I feel like my hair is always pretty short when I have bangs, but my hair was longer. And I actually loved the way that they grew out. So from like that winter until 2021, I went through another breakup that shattered my world, and this is where we get a little scary. At 21, in the beginning, my hair was just growing out from the bangs, and it was getting longer and longer, and I loved it. Like, was very sad. Was going through a breakup that was horrible, and I was very, very sad. So what do I do when I'm sad? I change my hair. We're entering my red hair era. My red hair era, which is top tier in my book. I dyed my hair red. I love me with red hair. I absolutely love me with red hair. And at that time, my hair was super long. So it was like long red hair. I think I looked beautiful. I think I looked absolutely beautiful. Mentally, I was horrible. But I loved the way red hair looked, and I kept that for a good amount of time. The thing with the red hair was that it would like fade so fast. So it would like look really bad. Like, it would look good for like a week and then would look really bad, and I kept having to dye it. So I didn't want to do that anymore. So my solution was, oh my god, let's bleach my hair over my red hair. Because I wanted to go blonde. So then we have our orange hair era. This did not last that long because it did not look that good. It gave crispy, it gave fried, it gave brassy. Problem with me is that, like, if I have this idea that like, oh, I want to see what I'd look like blonde, or I want to see what I'd look like with bangs, or I want to see what I'd look like with blue hair, I have to do it. Like, there's no like, oh, I'm scared to do it. No, I'm more scared of not doing it and missing the opportunity to slay than not doing it because I'm scared it's gonna look bad. So, you know, I bet one night I was just like, I want to see what I look like blonde, and I did that, and that was that. Dyed my hair black again. I did that in May, and I had that hair until the end of the summer. Summer 2021 was a healing girl summer. There was a roller coaster of emotions. This is where I established my true style, and you know why? Because I was single. This summer, I was thrifting so much. I was on Depop. I was just like wearing whatever the fuck I wanted to wear, and I was really sad and like, you know, heartbroken all summer, but I was really, really happy. Last summer changed my entire life. Like, it really did. And it's because I went through a breakup that broke me, and I had to pick the pieces back together. So, summer 2021 era is a 100 out of 10. I love this girl. Like, this girl I want to hug and say I am proud of you, and there is light at the end of the tunnel, and she slayed, she gave, and approved by me. I went down the drain when I randomly one night my hair and bleached it again. This was the end of the summer. I don't have that many photos of it because it did not last long at all. Grassy orange blonde hair that is this way because I did it myself and I am not a hairdresser and I probably used shitty products. My style was once again just wearing whatever the fuck I want to wear, which is amazing for me. But when it comes to the hair, not my best look. Not my best look at all, and it did not last because also one random day I decided to dye it red again because I was looking at old photos of my red hair and I was getting jelly of it, so I wanted to replicate it, and it definitely did not look in the beginning of the year. I don't even want to say it slayed because I just don't like it I don't like the way it looked during this time. I don't know if it's too bright or if it's because it was short too. That lasted probably 1 to 2 months, and then I dyed it black again. So now we have short black hair, which this was like end of summer, beginning of fall. I just had the short black hair. I deleted Instagram during this time, so we were really healing. I was really just dressing for myself and like in general just not really seeking any validation. So this was a good era of my life. And then I watched Squid Games and I wanted bangs. So I cut my own bangs and they looked so good at first. They literally looked so good at first. So I had the short hair, black hair with the bangs, the little side bangs, but I didn't do like really harsh bangs. I kind of did a little bit. And then this is where we start to get messy. And this is why you should not cut your own hair. So when I had this hair, the bangs were obviously growing and they were getting too long. So I was like, oh, I'm going to trim my bangs. I trimmed them way too short. And they looked so bad. Like, they looked so bad. Like, you'll see in some of my videos, the micro bangs, whatever the fuck they're called, you probably thought I did it on purpose. I didn't. It was an accident, and then I just had to live with it, and I don't like the way it looks at all. Oh my god, it looked so bad and embarrassing. But luckily, hair goes back. Hair does grow. My style during this time slayed. Once I started literally not giving a fuck about trends or keeping a certain like aesthetic or style, I think that's like the best I've ever looked style-wise, because I literally just started dressing however I wanted. If I want to dress in this style this day, this style this day, wear this day, this that day, I just did it. I did whatever I wanted. I just, whatever. I didn't try and fit into a box, and that's when I felt the most stylish and confident. Otherwise, no. It was really short too. So it was really short, uneven, because I did it myself. And then the bangs were way too short, and it just looked so bad. Luckily, they did grow. And then I just had the long bangs again, and it was cute. And then we're in the present. Now my bangs have grown out a good amount, and my hair, I think, is growing. I started doing my hair, like, really cute, like, flipping it out on the ends and, like, curling my bangs or, like, styling my hair, which is something that I never have done. Like, in all these pictures, I just air dry my hair. I've never, like, taken the time to style it or do anything, but now I learned how to style my hair, and it's really, really fun for me. Now we're here. My style now, if I had to describe it, is just me. I think I have had my fair share of times where I followed trends and I wanted to be perceived in a certain way, and that just left me feeling very sad and insecure. And like, when you are always following like a trend or like wanting to just be perceived in a certain way, it's very exhausting and draining and not fun at all. So I recommend as soon as possible to realize that you do not have to be trendy. You do not have to fit a certain aesthetic. Like, however you want, wear what makes you feel confident and beautiful and happy, because that is what I've learned, and it's taken me many years to learn that. If you guys enjoyed this video, I hope it wasn't too boring for you guys. I love you guys so much, and I will talk to you guys in my next video. Mwah. Bye, guys.